Hi guys, PLO Warrior. I'm doing a video, some 50 PLO, and I'm going to make some adjustments due to a comment that someone made. I kind of knew this stuff anyway, but I'm going to try and play a bit tighter out of position and stop free betting so much with weak hands out of position. Going to see bet a bit less. I mean, in PLO, like having a high C bet is not such a bad thing, just because obviously the equities are so close, they run so close together that people always have a good chance at sucking out, no matter like, you know, how strong your hand is. They've got more equity than in other games. So yeah, so I'm going to work on those things. So like I receive that less and like barrel more, tighter under the gun in middle position, free betting less out of position and stuff. But because I'm going to be tighter under the gun and stuff, like I think I'm probably going to be looser in position, but that's never a bad thing. All right. Just want to show that, you know, I can make the adjustments. That's what being a good poker player is about. When you have to adjust to something, then you do it basically. And I'll be honest, I haven't actually adjusted. Like I've known these things for some time, to be honest, and I haven't really done anything about it. So it's nice to hear comments. Like it's nice for people to tell you, give you some feedback and stuff on your game. I mean, it's always easier when someone else tells you instead of having to tell yourself all the time, you know. It's easier to improve and stuff. So yeah, I haven't played tight for a long time, I'll be honest. The jacks on the top left is the first decision that I don't really know. This guy hasn't raised much at all from under the gun, and I think I'm just going to fold. I mean, I could just limp. Would be probably better just to limp, to be honest. But never mind. Just because, like, if I raise and then one of these guys call and then this guy shoves, obviously, then it's like the worst case scenario. So it's call or fold, basically. Couldn't really raise that hand. I'm not going to bet on the top right because it's 5-way, even though I have 2 pair. I don't have any other outs or anything, so easy fold. This guy doesn't have any money on the top left. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I'm just going to bet under pot. I mean, I'm going to bet $1. You'd be amazed, sometimes they do just call and then they just fold. I mean, it's a bit ridiculous really, but when their stack's bigger and stuff, then it's amazing how often they do that. Bottom left, I know I'm going to play tight out of position, but definitely playing looser in position. And when they limp in, I've got a connected hand, you know. I want to put the pressure on him. I'm not going to just let him see a flop and then just check back and stuff. I'm just going to bet $2. This hand here, definitely a fold. I would probably play that, like, well, I don't know if I would actually, but I wouldn't be surprised if I play that the way I've been playing recently. Obviously, the queen suited and the ace suited, I'd definitely play it, but 5-6 is just too crap. I've been too carried away with double suited hands. I'm going to defend the top right with like obviously a nut suit and 3 broadways to a button open. That's fine to defend that. Yeah, this is probably the video you want to watch if you're just starting out playing PLO, transitioning from Hold'em or something like that, because my other videos I probably play a bit too loosey goosey. But yeah, you fold this hand as well, bottom left, if you like, you know, playing the game for the first time. But I'm pretty confident. King high suit and 7-9. It's not a great hand, don't get me wrong, but it's part of my plan. Looser, out of position. I mean, tighter out of position, looser in position. So that's fine. That's what poker's supposed to be like, I guess. Nut flush blocker, gut shot. No point getting involved in, no money in the pot. 75 to win, like 325. Get like 5 to 1 or something, 6 to 1 maybe. Easy call with a nut suit and a pair of 8s. Even though I'm out of position. I'm just going to fold the top middle table, it's not good enough. Just waiting for someone to join the bottom table in the middle there. Playing quite early-ish in the day, so there's not that many games available. Easy fold. Yeah, this hand I would play from the cutoff and the button. I think, yeah, that's it. That's where you should play that hand from. You should never play this hand anywhere, from anywhere. Or this one. This one's probably the better one out of all these 4 hands that I got dealt. Yeah, just killing time, you know. Six, 7, 9, 10, easy open on the button. Could 3-bet, probably won't 3-bet. It's a bit too aggressive to 3-bet with the gap, 2 gaps. Oh no, just 1 gap for the 8. So, but easy open anyway. And easy defend on the middle table. This guy opens. So flop do pair, and this guy donks, which is like, we've got some notes on him. I'm going to start with a flat call. There's no point to really raise. That's a pretty safe card there, though. And now that he checks, like I don't think he. Obviously, we're good like most of the time here. I don't expect him to min donk like ace 10 or something, and then check. Yeah, pretty sure we're winning all the time, but I can't see us getting called. I mean, if he like rivered ace 3 or something, he's going to call us. So. If he's got Jack Queen or something like that, he's not going to call, obviously, because he has nothing. So, what did he have? 7-8. 7-8. Terrible. So he min donk to the bottom end of the straight draw, basically. It's pretty ridiculous, but his VPIP is just 86%, so I would expect. Top right, I'm not going to let him limp in from the small blind. Gonna raise it, that hand. This is a pretty marginal hand. From this guy opens. Yeah, I'm just gonna fold. Tighter out of position, why not? That's the aim of the game. Top middle table, bottom 2 pair and a queen high flush draw. Definitely gonna bet. Pretty tricky decision. I'm actually going to check back. I don't think I can get 2 streets of value out of him. If he has a weaker flush, then I probably could. But at least this way we're going to lose less money if he has us beat. And if he has a pair of 9s, then it's the same thing anyway. He'd only was only going to get one bet in. Well, to be fair, he should just fold the turn on, I bet. So we won more money playing it that way. But you know, I'm thinking like I was in at $22. But there's 9 in the pot, so there's SPR of just over 2. So if I bet and he raises, whatever. Probably being a bit too tight now, but it's better than being too loose, I think. Yeah, definitely. Especially in PLO. PLO is not the game you want to be too loose in, I'm guessing. Yeah, deuce 5, no, not that interesting. I wasn't really gonna bet, although I would forgive myself. But a lot of the time I just put money in the bet box to take the same amount of time with like a lot of my decisions. So if you see me like going to pot it with a shit hand, it doesn't mean that I'm actually gonna. It's quite a marginal hand, but we're like four-handed. I'm on the cut-off, and the button is really tight, so pretty much gonna have the button, and I would raise that hand on the button, so that's fine. Yeah, I give him my yellow tag for the tight player, basically. I like to give him tags. He's on a few tables actually. Haven't seen him before, but he obviously a new reg to this. Twos, I should just fold out of position, but like I'm getting amazing pot odds, and this guy is quite tight. So like I know this is not. Well, I'm just gonna raise straight away, and then hopefully take it down. I'm obviously not just calling out. I'm not calling in position because I think my hand is good. I'm calling to take it away like that. I mean, and it was costing me 60 to win like 160 or something, I think. So I was getting like almost 3-1. And he's really tight, right? So, you know, I'm going to take away the pot more often than not from him. Jack, so I'm going to raise. Only because this guy's so tight and they're not a terrible hand. Heads up. Free bets me. I'll just snap fold, but as predicted, he just give me the pot. So I'm guessing it's. I need to stop saying I'm guessing, because I'm not really guessing, but I forgot what I was going to say now. Right, I would 3-bet this hand some other time, but this guy limps in. Yeah, now I'm gonna just flat call. Enough of the 3-betting. And this is a pretty bad flop for us, even though we have 2 pair. It's like very hard for us to improve. 7 would be our best card. Well, 5 or 8 obviously would be our best card, but there's no real point betting unless I'm gonna bet. Well, I could have bet folded. I'm obviously not that excited about my hand, so I would definitely bet fold. So maybe I should have bet. But we got some player now, heads up down there. I don't think anybody has much at all, so I'm just going to bet on the smaller side. I'm going to call this hand with the King Queen 10-9. There's no suit, which is unfortunate. Suits are pretty nice to have, but can't be picky sometimes. And on the heads up table, I'm going to check back that turn. I don't want him shoving on me with a flush draw and stuff. We do pick up 2 pair, and it's pretty tricky because there's a lot of hands, like flush draws and stuff that missed. And we do have the top 2 pair. I'm just going to fold. I'm going to go the more passive route. I think it does look like he could easily have a straight draw, obviously, because 8's not really a great card when there's 5, 6 on the board. Pretty obvious, but he could have easily had busted hearts too. But anyway, I 3-bet this hand and just obviously go with it on that flop. No point betting anything less because I'm not folding to the bet. Well, he's not going to like jam with worse. He's not like going to bluff, I mean. Yeah. Pretty monstrous flop on the top left, but that's the problem. No one's going to have anything when we have the 9. We have 2 aces and we have the king of spades, so no one can even have the nut flush draw. So it's going to be pretty hard to get any money out of this hand. So it's going to be goofy and check back, but obviously I can't really get any money here. So any money's good. Just hope they have like 10 jack queen or something like that. It's the only way I'll get 1 bet, maybe 2, but it's my only hope. Well, we got 1 bet, so that's pretty nice. Hey, we got another bet. Now, I very much doubt he has 6-7, so I can't see him calling with 6-7, so there's no point raising much. Like I said, any extra money is just a massive bonus to get here. No. Well, we did alright in the end for that hand, but yeah. King, queen, 4 deuce looks better than it is, but I'm on the button, so we'll be betting it. And these 10s as well, definitely opening. A lot of interesting decisions here. Definitely betting on the bottom right. Top left. I'm actually going to check. I don't want to get raised when I just have a king high flush draw. I'm hoping to hit many cards on the turn, obviously. And top right, I'm going to fold my 10 high flush draw. Bottom right. Very interesting decision that he calls us both times. I don't think there's any point in betting because I don't think I can get him to fold 2 pair. And if he has a busted draw, then we should have him beat anyway. If he's got ace queen or something, then you know he's just going to unfortunately beat us. But yeah, I think he had the busted clubs, which is fine. That's what we were hoping for. And top left, I'm just going to have to fold here. I mean, well, I could consider raising, but that's pretty goofy. And bottom left table, I should have definitely bet the turn. I wasn't really paying attention, I'll be honest. So I basically gave up that pot, which is unfortunate. Aces, super premium. It's pretty nice. Oh, I can still bet on the bottom left table. It doesn't make any sense at all. But he hasn't exactly showed any willingness to take the pot, so maybe he's got a jack and he can call me. I wouldn't blame him for calling me with a jack. I would definitely. But don't know. I'm gonna just check back on the bottom table. There's no real reason. I'm either miles ahead or miles behind, so I can start betting now though. There's plenty of draws out there now with the 5-6 suited, so I don't want to give any free cards. I open my aces from under the gun. And they'll fold, which definitely makes my life easier. And these deuces I would just fold if I didn't have the ace 5 of clubs, obviously. Ace deuce 5 getting like 5 to 1 is not bad, obviously. And bottom right table, I'm just gonna start to build the pot. Now that is a monstrous flop if I've ever seen one. On the top right, I need to start building the pot, but I don't want to scare him off completely. So, bottom right, this bloke is always calling me in every time I bet. So, even though I've got like the deuces blockers, I've got 4s and 3s. This is getting a bit tricky. I'm just going to fold, and I need to speed up a little bit. But yeah, anyway, I checked back on the top left, top right table. Sorry. I'm obviously into raise now. Once I got into bluff or better worse hand, I need to get some money in. I mean, I don't think he even has a flush, so, and he's not the kind of person that's going to bet the river if I just call. I don't think he's not going to like bluff twice, so that's fine. We got money out of it, you know. And bottom right, obviously, nice value bet against the weak player who snap calls. Yeah, he had a straight, which is, yeah, he had a wrap on the flop. 6, 8, 10, 10. I think I'm actually going to call only because this guy's so short that when he leads, it's going to put the other guy in a really awkward position. Like now, we get great odds on a call. If we flop a set, we can raise him. Like, you know, that's fine. But he flops good anyway. Obviously, if this guy folded pre-flop and he just opened, then I'm always folding the 10, 10, 6, 8, but just because of the odds I'm calling. You at least want some kind of nutty hand when you're getting good odds. Otherwise, it just end up costing you more money. I'm going to fold my king 9, 7, 8, to be honest. And my this hand, ace deuce 4, 9, almost called it because I've got, you know, ace high suit, but I'm just trying to show you I can play on the tire side, so that's fine. C-bet with my ace, obviously I'll be happy with the fold, but ideal turn card for us though. He's got 17 in his stack, so yeah. A nice river card too, considering we have blockers to the straight with the 7-9. Only really scared about ace 10 obviously, but I expect him to shove ace 10. Okay, he didn't shove ace 10. He did have ace 10, but what can you do? So he had ace 3 all along then. No, I'm not going to 3-bet that hand. Going to check raise now though. Possibly. Yeah, I will check raise. Against this guy. He's C-betting every 100% of his hands anyway, so that's an unfortunate card. But you know, one pot size bet left. I can't do anything else. It's unfortunate. Queens under the gun, like, they're so shit, I'm just going to fold them. This guy just pots that, donks out. Pot donks, just like got an easy fold. obviously. Oh, come on. Because he hasn't topped me up, I'm just going to 3-bet my queens and just get the money in. How often does he bet in position? That's what I want to know. Half the time. So that's not enough for me to. Just going to do some goofy stuff. Why not? A wrap and a jack high flush draw. I think check jam that. It's the second, no, it's the third nut flush draw. Yeah. I know sometimes you do get our hand in badly when they've got the nut flush draw, but this guy's playing so many of his hands that not raising that hand would be a mistake, I think. It makes my life awkward on this flop, but I'm going to call. Yeah, at least we hit 2 pair now. I think we have so we have an easy value bet, but I'm just going to check call. Hopefully we can get him to bluff, and if he has us beat, then so be it. We did get him to bluff, so that was good. Top middle table. Queens, I defended a button open, which is fine. When he pots it here, I find it strange that he'll pot it. I think people do this just to get you off the hand quite a lot of the time. I'm actually just going to turn my queens into a bluff by raising. And if he calls me, I don't expect him to have a worse hand than me ever. So I think it's a profitable raise. And sometimes like we even get him off aces and kings, basically, if he does have them. So it's a good play, in my opinion. King 4 bottom table against this guy. I'm definitely 3-betting the top middle table as well. Definitely calling the King 4. That's a good turn card for us as well. That's a bad river card for us though. I don't want him to pot it into me. I'm just going to bet smaller. I know it's really like a bad card for us. He called with King 4. Shove the top middle table, obviously. There's under a pot size bet left, so I might sit out because it's taking up too much attention playing heads up and then other games. 3-bet my double suited rundown for sure. I'm just going to check back against this guy. I'm just going to sit out. I think he's a flush draw. I think my 10 could be good a lot of the time. Okay, he had a flush draw, but he had the queen. What can you do? He wasn't going to fold. Shouldn't fold that hand anyway. Yeah, I'm just going to sit out on that table until it fills up. Just going to play the other tables. Pocket 5s with everything else. Pocket 5s with my queen eye flush draw on the bottom right. I'm not going to lead. I'm not going to bet that flop because this guy is so loose. Now that I have 5 blockers, I'm going to bet. And top middle table, I'm just going to pot it. It's like he's only got $12. He's only got 14. If they got me beat, you know, it's just unfortunate. But there's nothing else I can really say about that. And I didn't c-bet. I didn't follow up with the bets. This guy had a full house anyway. I'm going to 3-bet my kings for value down here. They've only got half a stack. Actually, this guy doesn't open very often. I've just seen that. I wasn't really paying attention. Well, he just flat, so I don't expect him to have aces. And not the most ideal flop, but nonetheless, nothing else we can do with a pot size bet left. This guy flops a set of 3s, which is pretty brutal. But yeah, whatever basically. Minor. Oh, why is auto top up not working again? It's very frustrating. I don't know. Could play this guy heads up 51, maybe. Or I'll just wait for the tables to fill up. I'm gonna defend with my jacks because I'm in position against this guy. Bottom left, I'm definitely gonna lead with 2 pair. So I flop the nuts on the top right, top left, sorry. I'm just going to flat call the C bet that he does. Now it's time to raise, get some money in the pot. Yeah, well, give me some feedback and let me know how you think I'm playing this time. I see bet my kings and tens on the bottom right. You can call me with so many hands. I'm actually just going to check back. I think there's a good chance I could be winning here, but there's no point putting any more money in. I was tempted to bet the turn as well, just because he'd never check raises. Okay, he had aces with the ace of spades, but he didn't raise me at any point, which is interesting. Queens on the bottom left, I'm going to defend them only because queen 89 is alright. This guy 3-bet such a small percentage of the time. He's got a really strong 3-betting range, but if it was like queen 10 deuce with like spades, I'd probably fold, but obviously I can flop like 10 jack and stuff like that. I can flop sort of pair and gut shots and trips and straight draws and stuff and flush draws, so I defended that, and also like I think I'll be able to take, I know I'll be able to take the pot away from him on like, you know, like 5, 7, 8 boards, like with a suit, and just like lockdown boards. I'll be able to play around with him a bit more, you know, and turn a hand into a bluff and that. Queens in the top middle table, just gonna fold them under the gun. They're just too crappy. And this guy donks into us like, and he's like, pretty much never donked in his life, so easy fold. Yeah, I can open that from middle position. The ace, the king, queen, 8, 9. Having ace, not a great hand, don't get me wrong. The gap hurts a little bit, but quite a tight table to be fair. This guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, all pretty tight. So I'm actually gonna see bet the bottom left. I was thinking about checking back, but I'll check back the turn if there's a lot of draws I can pick up. I'm actually going to I'm going to c-bet the turn. I'm going to barrel just because I have a 9 blocker. So I can rep 8-9. It's kind of a lockdownish board. I got a flush draw. If he raises me, he's such a tight player that I would easily fold. I mean, I've only got a 9 high flush draw, right? And a terrible gut shot, so I think I'd prefer double barreling. You know, the plan was either just like check back flop and just play it passive, or double barrel basically, because I want to pick up a lot of equity on the turn some of the time. Folder top table. I didn't see bet the flop obviously because it was 3-way. It was 4 ways, so no point c betting that. But yeah, my c betting, well, it's still quite high. It's quite low on that table though, but I've definitely tightened up out of position and stuff, so you know, I'm not too bothered about the c betting thing. It's not a massive leak. So it goes, I open, this guy flat calls, this guy min 3 bets, this guy 4 bets. My hand doesn't do that well because it's got a gap in it. 7, 8, 10 jack. Like, if it was a complete rundown, 7, 8, 9, 10, or like 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, you know what I mean? No gaps in it, I'd probably call it and see if I could hit some flops. But no joy. These 8s are just not good. They look good though, but they're not good. That's what happens. You flop bottom pair and an 8 high flush draw, but there's 2 overcards to your 8s and your 4s. So marginal hand flops marginal draws. This hand's not so bad. I might actually 3-bet it. I mean, obviously I don't have to 3-bet. He's only min opened anyway, so I'm just trying to buy the button basically, and you know, it's not a terrible hand. If I get 4-bet, then I'm obviously folding. So I know what I'm doing in the hand. And we managed to get this guy to come along with obviously a weak hand and the original razor fold, so a lot of good things can happen. I'm going to I 3-bet. Yeah, my king's out of position. It wasn't such a wise move, to be fair. So I'm just going to check give up on that flop. There's too many draws. So I opened with the king 10, ace 5, and this guy min donks, and we have just top pair, not much else. Now we have top 2 pair, which is pretty nice. And bottom left table, I'm going to isolate with the 9-10 jack basically. This guy, when he raises, he can have anything. I don't expect that he has aces. Oh, actually, his 3-bet stat's really small, you know that. You know what, I'm just going to flat call actually. I'm a bit worried about him having aces. I have the king of diamonds, which is which is good for us obviously, because we have the nut flush blocker. I don't think there's any point in betting now, but the interesting thing is I could bet to rep diamonds. If he does have aces, he'll fold, but I just want to see his hand. I mean, having aces is hard to do as I have an ace in my hand, but bottom left table, I'm just going to check. I mean, he could. Okay, he had ace deuce. I'm just a bit worried, like he's never 3-bet in his life. 0.9% 3-bet over 1,200 hands. Like, if anyone's going to have aces on that turn, it would be him, you know. So, I mean, there's so many draws as well. It's not even a bad thing. Like, even if I shove ace 10 there, people are going to have so many draws and stuff that I'm not even going to be a big favourite. So, I obviously opened a pretty strong hand. Actually, no, I didn't. This guy must have opened strong hand. I must have just called. But no joy. We flop a wrap obviously, but on a flush draw board it's not worth getting excited about. But yeah, we're going to wrap the video up soon anyway now. 7-5-8-9, definitely going to defend this hand. Getting such good odds. Flop a gut shot and stuff. It would be nice to see a turn card, because if we basically turn a 4, a 5 or an 8, or a 9, it will improve our hand. A 7 is the best card, I think, isn't it? Okay, so now we've got a wrap with a pair of 8s, a top pair and a wrap, 5, 7, 8. I'm going to bet half this guy's stack, 450, to threaten this guy. Like, hopefully he's aware that this guy can raise, and I can, although I don't really rep 4-5, but because I was obviously in early position, I could be checking 4-5 in the flop, but this guy has to be wary anyway of this guy behind him being able to raise and like reopen the action. So that's fine. Ideally this guy shoves and this guy folds, or they both fold, whatever. But yeah, that's going to wrap up the video anyway. Thanks for watching, guys.